So glad you could join me on your mat at Yoga with Joan Bossy, my YouTube channel. I'm Joan and this is Yoda, our Frenchie who sometimes comes over with me when I practice. Today we have a full body practice that will open up channels of energy throughout your body through stretching and breathing. Also, your mind and your body will become more of one. I know sometimes during the day we may get into our heads and have thoughts floating through, and we need to make room in our day to sit down and come more into our body. So hopefully this practice will do that for you today. And let's get started. We're going to come to a seated position, and you can make your feet into a V, or you could cross into Sukhasana or easy sitting position. We're going to close our eyes down and just begin to breathe. We'll take 3 deep breaths, breathing in through the nose, filling up the lungs, and then a long, deep breath out. We'll do this 2 more times. Once again, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth or nose. Taking a moment to set an intention or a goal for your body and mind today. And whatever that is, I wish that for you too. And then we'll allow our eyes to float open if they were closed. We'll begin to cross the opposite leg in front. And we'll begin with the shoulders, bringing our fingertips to our shoulders. We'll make some circles with the elbows one way, and then the opposite direction. And then slowing down, begin to draw the elbows together on the inhale. And exhale, bringing them out to the side. We'll do this 2 more times, inhaling and exhaling. One more time. And exhale. Bringing the arms down. We'll plant the left fingers down, right arm lifts. And stretching off to the side here. Good. We'll come down. Bringing the opposite arm up. And overhead. If that feels good for you, anything we do today that doesn't feel good, you can change and make it your own. Good, and we'll let that arm come back down. Arms come out in front, crawling our fingers out, letting our head drop. Just letting ourselves drape over any amount. Good, walking back up, we'll bring the right hand to the left knee. Right hand just comes behind as we take a twist here over to the left. And opposite direction, left hand comes to the right knee as we take a twist, staying nice and tall in the spine. And once again, we'll bring the right hand to that left knee, taking a twist, taking a look over to the left, and back to the opposite side. And twisting on your exhale. Coming back to the center, dropping down, forward. One more time. Maybe it's just a lean forward, maybe dropping that head and shoulders. Breathing. And sliding back up. We'll take that right ear and let it drop down towards that shoulder. Let the light weight of the hand come up. Gently fingertips, not forcing anything. Drawing the left hand out to the side. And take another breath as we drop that right ear to the right shoulder. And fingertips come off. Chin drops down a little closer to the armpit on that side. Take a breath there. Good. Let that head just float back up. We'll drop the chin. And then come back to level. We'll take that left ear over to the left shoulder, making sure that shoulder's down, bringing the ear to the shoulder. And maybe taking the same arm, fingertips, light, very light touch to the temple there, side of the head. Right hand crawls back out to the right on the mat, stretching, adding the arm as well. Finding the chin drops down diagonally to the left towards that armpit. And fingertips come off the head as we find our way back up, dropping ourselves down one more time. And noticing if we come a little further forward or down this last time. And then we'll come back up, finding our tabletop, dropping our belly, lifting that chin. Inhale here and round that spine. Chin pulls into chest for cat, excuse me. And we'll take a few more rounds at your own pace of cow and cat. Moving that spine a little bit. Good. Sending the arms forward, hips pull back as we drop down into child's pose. Couple breaths here. Good. We'll find our way back up, beginning to circle the hips to the right, forward, and to the left and back. Continuing in this direction, really feeling each muscle as we round the hips back and forth and around in a circle. And we'll find the other direction, bringing our hips forward and to the right and back and around. Make one more circle. Good. And then we'll send ourselves towards child's pose and then forward, dropping the pelvis down. We'll take a look to the right, over the shoulder. Looking back to the center, take another look to the left, looking over the shoulder, off to the side. And back to the center. Coming to tabletop. We'll turn the toes under. Wrists under shoulders, knees, hips width distance apart. Turn those toes under, send those hips up, heels pull back, chest reaching for those tops of the thighs. Bend the right knee, holding there for a moment, feeling a stretch maybe in the back of the left leg. Continuing the opposite side, bending the left knee. And you can, at your own pace, alternate bending one knee and then the other, opening up that calf muscle, gently relaxing the chest towards the thighs. We'll nod the head, yes, up and down very slowly. And if it feels good, we'll turn the head from side to side like we're saying no, but really letting the head turn very slowly. And breathing here, one more breath. Beautiful. And then we'll begin to walk towards the hands, bringing ourselves to the front of the mat, coming into a forward fold. Letting ourselves hang down, take a couple breaths here. Walking the hands from side to side if that feels good, or holding the elbows, maybe in hanging, letting gravity release the shoulders, head down. And if you're in movement or you're holding your elbows, you can come to stillness, letting go of the elbows, and then bending the knees generously as we root the feet to rise, reaching the arms up. Exhaling the hands to the heart. Staying right here for a moment. Crown of the head lifting up towards the sky. Bend those knees. We'll reach up. We'll begin to move a little here. Folding forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe the hands come to the shins or the thighs. Find a flat back. Inhale and fold. We'll frame the feet with the hands, taking a big step back with the right foot coming to the ball of the right foot. Right knee comes down. Arms lift, taking a nice stretch here in low lunge. Take an inhale here, reaching up. Exhale the arms forward. We'll bring the front foot back to plank. Knees can be down or up. Inhale and exhale down all the way to the ground. Arms come to the sides, palms up as we lift the chest. Lifting the arms, using the back muscles to hold the chest up. Take another breath here. Really feeling the back muscles beginning to work here. Good. And then we'll bring our hands to our side ribs, coming down almost to our chin on the mat. Placing our hands again at the sides of our ribs. We'll long back legs. We'll inhale, peel the chest up. Inhale to cobra. Exhale down. We'll do this 2 more times, maybe lifting a little bit more each time. And exhale down. Thinking about those back muscles as we reach up. Maybe straightening the elbows, lifting the knees into our upward dog here, or staying with cobra. Take a breath in, and then we'll turn the toes under, sending the hips back. Downward dog. Inhale and exhale. And on the next breath, we'll send the right foot in through the hands, letting the left knee come down this time. Arms lift, finding low lunge. Reaching up towards the ceiling, pinkies turned in, chest is lifted. Inhale here. Exhale, hands come forward. Coming to the back, ball of the back foot. We'll find our forward fold. And then we'll root down to rise. Inhale up. Exhaling the hands to the heart. We'll go again, bending those knees. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Finding our halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good. Find yourself coming back to plank. Nice long line of energy from the crown of the head to the heels. We inhale in high plank. Exhaling all the way to the mat. Arms come to the sides. We'll peel the chest up again, this time for locust. Maybe you add the legs, lifting them, keeping them from flaring apart. Take another breath here. Really feeling the legs lifting against gravity and the chest gently reaching up, using those back muscles. Good. And then we'll come all the way down to the chin, making a pillow with our hands, resting here. Breath in and out. Good. Hands come to the side ribs. We'll find our back bend of choice. Maybe it's cobra. Inhale and exhale. Turning the toes under, we'll find our downward dog. Bending our knees or finding stillness, seeing what feels good. And on the next breath, we'll let that right leg come straight up into 3-legged dog. Breathing in here, you can bend that right knee, sending the heel towards the sky, towards the glute muscle, knee towards the sky. Opening up that hip, opening up those energy channels by stretching. We'll inhale here. Exhale that leg through, planting the right foot. Turn the back foot out to warrior 2. Coming up, arms come out to the sides. As we find that long back leg, right knee over ankle, we'll flip that front arm, reach up, reverse that warrior. Staying here for another breath. Good. Front knee is still over the ankle. We'll transition to side angle. Right forearm across that thigh, arm lifting, turning that chest open towards the sky. Feeling the breath moving through the body, in and out. Reaching with the fingertips, really feeling the strength of the legs. Coming back to plank briefly. Not plank, sorry, warrior two. We'll straighten that front leg for triangle. Reach, 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 and let that right arm drop down. Maybe it comes to the shin, top arm lifting up towards the sky. Maybe it comes to the thigh, that right arm. Even on a block, like we mentioned, or a book, it could lean, it could reach the floor, wherever you feel you are today for triangle. Relaxing that neck. Beautiful. Nice back, lower back stretch here. Beautiful. From here, we're going to come to half moon pose. So the right knee is going to gently bend as we reach with the right hand to the right of the pinky toe, planting about 6 inches away diagonally as we lift, pointing the toe out to the side, opening that left hip, reaching that foot back to half moon pose. Eye gaze can be down, it can be to the side, it could be up, wherever your challenge is for you today. Reach up and meet it. Leg reaching back, arm reaching up. Eye gaze can be where you decide. Inhale. Exhale, that left arm down towards the ground, half splits. And drop that left foot. Bend those knees, reach up, inhale. Exhale down. Breath here. Finding your intention. Feeling the energy in the body. Noticing the right side of your body. Noticing the left side of your body. We've stretched one side. Beautiful. Let those eyes open. If they're closed, begin to bend those knees, reaching those arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We'll find our plank, and you can be in table or knees can be down, one knee down. Inhale here in plank. Exhale all the way to the ground, finding your locust pose. Inhale, chest. Inhale, legs. Maybe even reaching for the tops of the feet. Taking a few breaths here as we reach and breathe. Any amount, it doesn't matter what your bow pose looks like or what your locust pose looks like, as long as you're stretching yourself to your best of your ability. One more breath in and out. And dropping the legs and the chest, making a pillow for your chin. We'll take a couple breaths here. And you can bend those knees, letting them drop to the right, the feet, and then to the left, getting a little windshield wiper action, loosening up the lower back, nice and slow, and letting the legs drop down when you're ready. Hands come to the side ribs as we prepare for cobra or upward dog. Inhale and exhale back, finding that beautiful downward dog we were in, and if it feels better to be in table or child's pose, feel free. On the next breath, we'll take that left leg, reaching up with it. Three-legged dog, bending that left knee, opening that hip muscle. Focus your breath there. We'll inhale the legs straight. Exhaling that left leg through, planting it between the legs, warrior two. On the opposite side. Finding reverse warrior. Staying for the breath. Relax that back arm. Finding our transition to side angle pose. Warrior two. Nice long strong back leg pushing into the right side of the back foot, the left side of the front foot. Triangle pose. Reaching the intercostal muscles up towards the sky. Relaxing the neck, whatever position, looking up, neutral or down, whatever position it's in. Nice stretch for the lower back. Finding our warrior two. Transitioning to our half moon pose. Oop, thought I forgot that, huh? Again, focusing on finding a challenge for yourself. Maybe it's looking up or off to the side or down. Reaching the heel away from the body. Toes towards the side. Another breath in and out. Find your half splits, dropping that right arm. And then right leg comes down, pressing up with the arms, reaching, rooting down with the feet. Exhaling your hands to the heart. Take a couple breaths here. And then we'll find our flow. Inhale, exhale, fold. Halfway lift, fold. Stepping back to table or plank. Lowering on the exhale all the way to the mat. Inhaling to cobra or upward dog. And exhaling to downward dog. We'll bend the knees, hopping or walking to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Root down to rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. Arms come to the side as we come into chair pose, setting the hips back, stretching the arms up in the chest, gently up as we find our weight in our heels. Inhale, hands together into the heart. Inhale, forward. Exhale to the twist. Right elbow towards the left thigh. Reaching, taking a look over to the left, up or even down with the head if it hurts the neck today. Staying in your chair twist for another breath. Coming back to the center, straightening the legs. Coming to mountain pose, folding yourself here, holding yourself here. Arms come to the sides, getting ready for a second chair. Inhale, sit back, breathe. You got this. Inhale the hands together into the heart. Inhale forward and find that twist on the left side, left forearm lightly across that thigh. Finding the center, straightening the legs, reaching the arms gently up, big body stretch here. Exhale down, hands to the heart. Close the eyes. Start to notice the right side of the body, hips and the right leg, the right shoulder. Notice the left side of the body, the left leg, left torso, left side of the head, left arm, shoulder. Imagining light coming all the way through your body, from your feet grounding you all the way out to the crown of your head. Energize the light, representing that energy. Beautiful. Arms come to the sides as we begin to take a nice big step wide out to the right. Toes can point in or parallel as we inhale up. Exhale, fold. Crown of the head, reaching for the floor. As we bend the elbows behind, as we walk the fingers between the legs, reaching the crown of the head down. Wide angle forward fold. Drawing the head closer to the floor, that crown reaching down, the legs activated, working. We'll take a twist, planting that right fingertip under the face, left arm lifts up. Nice twist here. Inhale, reach with those fingers. Exhale, fold. Left hand plants under the face. Right arm lifts. And if you need more, you could always grab the left ankle, the right ankle with the left hand, or on the opposite side, you could do that. Whatever side you're on, we'll drop that arm down. Walking the fingertips up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come up. Heel toeing or jumping the feet together. Come to the front of our mat. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Coming back to find our nice drawing, our nice high plank. Inhale. Exhale, down, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of choice. Exhale, child's pose. We'll ground ourselves here. Maybe reaching the arms forward in a more active child pose or dropping those forearms down as we ground ourselves here. Good. And on the next breath, the head lifts, coming on to our seats here. We'll bend the knees, finding ourselves, taking ourselves all the way down to the carpet, to the floor. Drawing the knees in, maybe a little rock on the back. We'll let the arms just drop down to a T as we cross the top leg over the bottom, maybe twice, or maybe just knee to knee, letting the knees drop to the left. So depending on how much of a stretch you need, you decide if you're crossing your legs or not. And then your eye gaze can be over towards the right. Feel your shoulder blades on the earth as you breathe. Good. And then we'll begin to bring the knees back to the center. Eye gaze goes up. Again, maybe a small rock or just gentle drawing in of the knees as we breathe here. Getting ready for the other side, we'll drape the arms out to the side, crossing the top leg over the bottom, or just keeping the knees together as we drop to the right, whatever way is good for you. And you can let that eye gaze stay up or off to the left as we take this full body twist. Breathing into the lower back, the spine. Both shoulder blades should find the floor. Nice full body twist. Releasing that twist. Knees come in. And you can let the legs go up, letting the arms come down as we begin to let the heart take a break here as we go against gravity with the legs. Or you can take that block that I mentioned at the beginning, lifting the pelvis up, putting it underneath the flat part of the back. Let those legs come up. Oh, whoops. I knocked the sign into the poor statue there. So letting your feet up, we'll take ankle circles with the feet one way and then the other. Bending, pointing and flexing those feet a few times. And then letting yourself breathe here. Feeling both shoulder blades grounded on the earth. This is an excellent position to be in right before sleep to increase your circulation, settle the sympathetic nervous system, activate that parasympathetic nervous system. And when you're ready, we'll drop one leg down and then the other. And I just want to show you, you can stay here for supported bridge, letting the legs begin to open as you let the hips open a bit. This block can be taken any height so that you feel a nice, gentle, supported bridge here. As you get ready for Shavasana, we'll take another 3 breaths here. Is Yoda making a bed over there? I hear him. It's not good to move your neck when you're in this position. You want to keep it still. So I can't really look yet. And when you're ready, you can remove the block, letting the legs come maybe as wide as the mat, feet flopped open to the outside, arms come down. Yeah, I guess he's making a bed. Okay. I guess if he's out in the wild, he'd be digging in the leaves and making a bed. So we're going to let the body begin to close down here. It's very important to take the Shavasana, even for a few moments. So let all the positions we did integrate. Let your body rest. Resist the urge to move. Visualizing that white light coming into the toes, lighting up the arch of your feet, the full foot, the heel, driving up the calf muscle, up the legs to the knees, nice white light of energy, drawing to the thighs and the torso, up the pelvis, lighting up the lower back and spine, upper torso, chest and arms, light coming out of the fingertips and hands, drawing up through the throat, the head, out the crown of the head, white healing light from the energy that you've developed, the energy that you've opened by stretching, by twisting. And you're welcome to pause the tape here and stay here for a little while longer. Or you can begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes, drawing the knees into the chest, drawing the crown of the head up as we take a little rock here, rolling over to your favorite side, and gently transitioning to a seated position on the mat. Bringing the crown of the hands together to the crown of the head, third eye, thumbs point to the third eye, space between the eye. Thank you so much for joining me today on this beautiful April day. Namaste. And we'll let the arms float back out to the side. Thank you again. I appreciate your attention today, and I appreciate your effort that you made. Please join me for another video. Come to your mat again with me next week. I'm so glad you were here. Namaste. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.